Hello everyone, I am Nikhil Channam and my teammates are Rahul and Prashant Nayak. We are from Anura Group of Institutions from Computer Science Department, and we are here to explain our major project which is done on tracking of medicines over blockchain under the guidance of P. Vinashree ma'am. Yeah, you can see the presentation on the screen. My teammates Rahul will go through to the give a brief discussion about what is blockchain and why we choose blockchain as a technology in our project implementation. Take on, Rahul.
So thank you, Nikhil. And so coming to what is blockchain. So basically blockchain is a technology that permits transactions to be gathered into blocks and recorded, which are tamper evident and tamper resistant digital ledgers. It is implemented in a distributed fashion and usually without any central authority. So basically blockchain is a decentralized system. At their basic level, they enable a community of users to record transaction in a shared ledger within that community. So such that under normal operation of the blockchain network, no transaction can be changed once published. So basically the information in the blockchain is immutable. And basically blockchains are mainly of two types, permission blockchain and permissionless blockchain. And each block is cryptographically linked to the previous one after validation and undergoing a consensus decision. As new blocks are added, older blocks become more difficult to modify. New blocks are replicated across copies of the ledger within the network, and any conflicts are resolved automatically using established rules. So, okay, basically this is blockchain. And next. Now we will see the abstract of the project. So coming to abstract, nowadays in pharmacology, one of the most serious problem is counterfeit drugs. So basically counterfeit drugs means the duplicate drugs. So according to Health Research Funding Organization report, nearly 10 to 30% of drugs are fake that are present in the market. So basically counterfeiting is not the main issue itself. Basically it has an underlying effect. When it comes to counterfeiting of these drugs, the people who are using the duplicate drugs are undergoing many adverse issues, like their health is becoming more problematic to them after using these duplicate drugs. So, and the rise of internet pharmacies has made it more difficult to standardize drug safety. So it is difficult to detect counterfeits because these drugs pass through different complex distributed networks, thus forming opportunities for counterfeits to enter the authentic supply chain. So the safety of the pharmaceutical supply chain has become a major concern for public health nowadays. So in this, we are using a novel drug supply chain management using Ganache based on blockchain technology to handle the secure drug supply chain. So as in blockchain, we will have timestamp method, like when the data is entered in the blockchain, we will know the time when it is entered. So like this, we will have a timestamp. So basically it is very hard to manipulate the data in the blockchain. So this is like a POC which solves this problem by conducting drug record transactions on a blockchain. So, and to create a smart healthcare ecosystem with a drug supply chain. So next. So motivation. Basically, in today's pharmaceutical supply chain, each transaction party typically manages its own database system. So basically, the database system is a centralized one as it have authority to only one particular party. And it is not in a distributed system like decentralized system. So there is no shared global system of records representing the single source of truth, describing the flow of items through the pharmaceutical supply chain, which have its own drawbacks. So this leaves the supply chain as a whole more vulnerable to common attack vectors, such as man in the middle or spoofing of the medicines, means duplicating of the medicines, which may cause severe side effects to the patients. So next. So introduction. So as I have said earlier, blockchain is a tamper-proof, timestamp, auditable record of transactions in which makes it possible to enhance privacy and security across a range of collaborative applications. So unlike centralized database, no single user or organization can have access to the full record of transactions. So it is a distributed system. And this way of approach is particularly important in the pharmaceutical supply chain to reveal the possible instances of counterfeiting, diversion, spoofing of the medicines. So tracking of the medicines is very easy when we use blockchain, and it is very difficult to find the medicines where it came from in the case of centralized database. So in this way, blockchain can be potential honest platform that would allow hundreds of competing pharmaceutical and biotech enterprises to work collaboratively and communicate with hundreds of wholesalers. So next.
Okay. Thank you, Rahul. Now, limitations of the existing approach. This is the traceability. The traceability is the ability to trace all the processes and procurement of raw materials to production, consumption of disposal, to clarify when and where the product was produced and whom. Due to necessary information such as manufacturers, suppliers, and distributors is recorded. This information is tracked in all the process from the procurement of raw materials and part of machining, assembly, distribution, and sales to ensure that their histories can be traced. This is one of the limitation in the present scenario. And expiration. So in expiration, we cannot have the accurate data. We cannot have the accurate date that has been given to the medicines. The medicines which we take can be tampered in the medical stores by the other persons. So we consume the drugs which we consume the medicines which are not from the which are not from the correct source. And the another limitation is slow process and error prone paperwork. The slow process is in terms of there will be no communication. There will be no communication between the distributor and the supplier. And the medicines which are being delivered to the supplier might be tampered in between the delivery, and also with no knowledge of the distributor and the supplier. This causes very huge loss to the distributor and to the customers who consume the medicines. And error prone paperwork. In this paperwork is also a major issue, because the paperwork here done is with handwritten notes. So we include many paperwork. We include a lot of paperwork so that it might we might get many confusion, and also there might be majorly or minorly there will be mistakes in the writing of the medicines. Mutable and invalid sources. Mutable sources, as I have mentioned earlier, that the medicine name and their logo can be tampered by by the third party members to gain the profits. But it will be very wrong in terms of health issues. It will be giving many side effects to the person, and it will not give the result that they are expecting from the medicine, which will be a very wrong thing, and it will give huge impact on the medicine, huge impact on the company of the medicine. And also invalid source. There will be no nowadays we have tablets with no accurate source, so that we cannot know which tablet, which medicines which we are consuming. Is it coming from the actual distributor, or it is being manipulated in between by some third party, third persons. So lack of coordination. There will be no coordination between the supplier and the distributor. So they cannot find the exactly what medicines are being delivered to him and what form of the medicines. In this lack of coordination, the medicines which are being delivered can be easily tampered in between by the other persons, and the actual products, the actual medicines from that has been delivered from the distributor uh, can be manipulated by them. So next, aims and objectives. The aims and objectives of our project is to give the accurate information across the entire blockchain at any point of time, and any location is provided. So the main aim of the usage of blockchain is to store the information throughout the blockchain, store the information in the blockchain, so that everyone and anyone can access the data. So whenever we store anything into the blockchain, it will be stored in terms of blocks, and it cannot be manipulated, and it cannot be erased, and even uh, any changes cannot be made in the data. So by entering whatever the features we have, we can gain the access. We can gain the only access toward the data which we require. And product authentication. So by the blockchain, we can give the authentication to the product, because we are entering all the details into the blockchain, where anyone can access the information like expiry date, and where the delivery, at what time has it been delivered, and manufacture date. And it contains all the details of the distributors and also the suppliers. So it will provide the authentication, and it will give the information, means it will give the accurate information, and it cannot be so as it cannot be tampered. So we are giving the medicines which we are receiving are genuine. Traceability back to source of all materials. So in this we can track the medicines, like we can have access from starting to ending. Means we can access any form of data that are required for the medicines to be traced. Like every single, means what form of drugs are used to create the medicine, and every form that has been the distributor will mention in the about the medicines in the block. A decentralized database that allows different parties to share information with each other without requiring a central administration. So decentralized database means we cannot not a single person can have the access. Means every person will have equal access to it, and there will be no modifications, and no extra blocks can be added. We can just access the data that has been entered into the blockchain, and we can just gain the information from what has been done in it, and reduce paperwork and speed up the process. So the usage of this, we don't require any paperwork, because everything is stored in the blockchain, and anyone can access. And it speed up the process, because in paperwork we have to, if we want information about some medicine, we have to refer to many pages, and we have to go to that. So in the blockchain, just we will get some what a QR code type. Then if we enter into the blockchain, then we will get all the information that has been provided into the blockchain. Next, methodology.
Yeah, thank you, Prashant. And moving on to methodology, let me give a quick brief about why blockchain is involved in this pharma supply chain. It gives a lot of solutions to many existing problems. Like it can give you the visibility of shipment. It regulates the compliances in cold chain shipping, and there are few stakeholders involved in this distribution of drugs from point A to point B. There are distributions like manufacturer, supplier, customers. Customer is the end user, and in between it deals with lot of persons like distributors, hospital and pharmacy, patient, like and in coming to methodology, we used Ganache. Ganache is a personal blockchain. It is a local local blockchain we are going to create. It is a Linux distribution and available in Windows as well. It is used for Ethereum and Corda distribution application development. You can use Ganache across the entire development cycle, enabling you to develop, deploy, and test your DApps. DApps means decentralized applications in safe and deterministic environment. It gives a user interface in Ganache gives a user interface such a way that you're able to know that how blockchain transactions do happen in real time. Ganache comes with two flavors, user interface and CLI. And another thing we used here is MetaMask and Solidity programming, which helps us to integrate with blockchain. Solidity is a blockchain programming language which helps us to integrate the programming within the decentralized application network. And we have used smart contracts in the methodology. Smart contracts are a simple program stored on a blockchain that runs when predetermined conditions are met. They typically are used to automate the execution of an agreement so that all the participants can immediately certain of the outcome without any intermediary involvement of time loss. So everything is encapsulated, smart contracts, this Ganache use it for transactions through Ethereum wallet. Everything is integrated within a local application which we have created and enables all the users, not only users, customers and suppliers and also manufacturers to log in with through our application and do their functionalities. And moving on to Arctic. Yes. Yes. These are the tools and technologies used in our project. As I said before, Ganache. Ganache is a personal blockchain for rapid Ethereum and Corda distribution and application developments. It is used for enabling to develop, deploy, and test your decentralized application within your local area network. And MetaMask. MetaMask is a Chrome extension. We can call it as a browser or plugin that allows user to make Ethereum transactions through regular websites. You can connect the MetaMask to your local host or any site you want to, which you have access, and you can make transactions through your regular website. It facilitates the adoption of Ethereum, bridges the gap between user interfaces for Ethereum. So basically, it builds a bridge between your local application and Ethereum wallet, so that you can make transactions and validate everything. This Chrome extension is available. This is not only a Chrome extension, it is available in Firefox, Inside Edge, and all other things. And Node JavaScript. We use Node JavaScript for backend purposes, and Node JavaScript is mainly used for the generation of QR code. We have imported a library called Curious. It is used for the generation of QR codes for each and every unique medicines which the manufacturer uploads. Yes. And moving on, Solidity. Solidity, as I said before, it is a programming language which we use in blockchain for the transaction purpose and every backend purposes. And blockchain don't use a single point of a database, and it is not dependent on a central administrator. So by means of Solidity, we can create a local database which is stored in the type of blocks, so no one has access to it. It is completely encrypted with a 256-bit SSL, secure socket layer. So it is very secure. And Web3 JavaScript, a JavaScript library. It is used for Ethereum, interact with Ethereum blockchain. XAMPP is the local server we used. It uses Apache Tomcat server, it enables the local file to run on our Chrome. moving on to use case diagram.
So coming to use case diagram, basically here we have manufacturer, supplier, and customer. These three are the actors. And first, the manufacturer have the task of managing supply chain. So basically in managing supply chain, he will add or update the products, and he will generate the QR codes for each unique medicine. And then he will do the shipment. And the supplier will receive the shipment, and he will validate whether it is coming from a reliable source or not by validating the QR code. So once he scans the QR code, then he will get the information of the medicines from where it is coming, and the manufacturer date and the expiry date. And he can manage the quantity and make the payment with the manufacturer for the shipment of the medicines. And coming to customer, he will also have the same functions of supplier. Like he can also validate the QR code by scanning the QR code and check the information, and he can manage the quantity, and he can do the payment with the supplier. Next. So activity diagram. So coming to this diagram, the first step is details are entered by the manufacturer. So all the details are entered by the manufacturer, and basically this is stored at a blockchain, and this is done using the Solidity programming. And later each and unique QR code is generated for unique medicine by using the Node JavaScript, and then the shipment is done. And after the shipment is done, the supplier will scan the QR code, and if any error is detected, then he will return the shipment. And if it is validated correctly, then he will proceed to sell, and later it is bought by the customer, and the customer can also check whether the medicines are coming from a reliable source or not, and by scanning the QR code. Next.
Yeah, so coming to the class diagram, there are mainly three actors which will be the main factors of the whole supply chain: manufacturer, supplier, and customer. The whole process will begin with the manufacturer. Well, he will generate a unique QR code for every medicine he manufacture, and he encodes the whole details of the medicine within a QR code. So anytime in the supply chain, at any point of time, whether the supplier or the customer can trace back to its original state where the medicine is produced actually, when it have been delivered from point A to point B. So traceability is the key point here. So yeah, this is the main role of the manufacturer, to generate a QR code, update all his details, and encode them in a QR code and send them to the shipment. So after the shipment is sent to supplier, he'll get the physical QR code pasted on that medicine box, so he can open his local blockchain application, and he can just quickly open his camera and he scan the QR code, and he will immediately gets all the details of the medicines which he have got, where the roots of the medicines, where it have manufactured, where it has origin, and what are the suppliers it have reached out in between reaching him. He can trace back everything, and if it is valid one, if he trusts the if the result shown is positive, he will move on and sell them to customer. And if it is not a valid one, he'll trace back to the manufacturer, and he will return the goods what he have received, and say it is a falsified one, and that's it. And if the same with the customer, after he receiving the data, even he can validate whether the product he received is a valid one or not by just quickly he opening the application, blockchain supply chain application, and scan the QR code on the medicine, and he can trace back to its roots. So if it is a valid one, he move on to payment, make the payment to the supplier, and take his medicines. If it is a falsified one, he'll simply rejects the supplier. That's how it works. Moving on, Prashant.
Okay. Sequence diagram. A sequence diagram is a interaction diagram because it describes how and in what order a group of works together. In this, we have three actors: manufacturer, supplier, and customer. The manufacturer generates every QR code for every medicines that has been entered into the blockchain, and he prints all the QR codes on the box of the delivery, which is delivering to the supplier. By using the blockchain local application, the supplier and the customer can have access and have all the information of the medicine in the blockchain by scanning the QR code that has been generated by the manufacturer. Here, the supplier will when the supplier receives the product, then he scans. If the QR code generated will show the valid result, then he will accept the product. If it does not show any result, then he will simply reject it. Here the customer also does the same thing in terms of the QR code. Next.
Yeah, moving on. These are our project screenshots. We'll soon go through you to the execution part in later steps. So for now, these are the output screenshots, which this is the main interface of our project. There are, as I said it before, there are three main actors: customer, manufacturer, and supplier. These are the login portals for three of them. Coming to this is the manufacturer. This is how a manufacturer would have his interface. These are the list of medicines he will get when he uploaded a Excel file with all his medicine details, which is available with him. Soon as he uploads, he will get a user interface like this. For each medicine, he have to do a Ethereum transaction, which is connected by a MetaMask. As I said it before, MetaMask lays a bridge between our local application and Ethereum wallet. As soon as the manufacturer click on submit, he will get a pop-up of MetaMask asking to do a transaction. And when the transaction is done, we can validate the transaction, the Ethereum we have received or not. Once we have received the Ethereum, we can update the details of the medicine in our local blockchain application so that users can trace back the medicines. This will be the user interface for both supplier and customer. It will be same. Once both the customer and supplier receive their medicines to their hand, they can simply scan the QR code, and when he scans the QR code, if it is a mobile application, he can simply open the camera. If it is a laptop, he can choose the file of the QR code. Once he uploads and click on submit, you will get all the details of medicine name, dosage, where it is manufactured, and magnified date and expiry date and the factory name. These details are enough to validate whether the medicine is a trusted one or it has been falsified in between. Yeah. Before conclusion, we would like to show the execution of the project, and I will take you through this. Yeah. So coming to the execution part, this is the local application which we have developed using blockchain smart contracts, and Ganesha local. So moving on, GenMeds. The project name is GenMeds, which means generic medicine, also known as a trustable medicine, a trustworthy medicine. So these are the main three actors of the whole project: customer, manufacturer, and supplier. Three of them have their individual login portals. First of all, I'm going to log in as a manufacturer. It will take a while. Okay, this is the login page of a manufacturer. I can sign up here as a new manufacturer. Create account, you can see, but it will take a while to sign up. So I'll just log in directly as I have registered already with the manufacturer. I'll quickly type my password and log in with my valid login credentials. You can see a pop-up, login is successful. It will take you to the page. It will ask to upload a file with all the list of medicines which the manufacturer wants to upload in the application. So let me go through to the application which the manufacturer wants to upload. This is the Excel sheet the manufacturer want to upload the list of all the medicines. It consists of nearly 50 medicine details, dosage, batch number, unique batch number, manufacture date, expiry date, the company name. All the details of the 50 medicines will be stored in the Excel sheet, and it will ask, it is asking to upload the Excel sheet. Now I am uploading the Excel sheet. You have been successfully uploaded, and it is asking to download the QR code generator. Now in this part, after we uploading the Excel sheet, each medicine for each medicine a unique QR code will be generated, which the manufacturer will apply on the medicine and send it forward to the shipment. So each every code is dynamically generated by the Node JavaScript library called Curious. Let me show you the Curious QR generation file. Is it? Yeah, this is the backend code of the QR generation. After we uploading the file, you can see the XLS file dot a QR modified dot XLX file. The each medicine will be taken input as each cell, and it will iterates to the each cell based on the batch number, and it will generate a unique QR code for each of the medicine, and it will generate a 50 images of the QR codes, and it will ask for the download. It will asking for a location to save, and after we download, we just move on further. Now after moving on, we will get all the details of the 50 medicines. As you can see, what I have uploaded in the Excel sheet will appear here, all the details of the 50 medicines. So the manufacturer can easily update, modify, and manipulate the whole medicine data from here. When I click on submit, it is getting a MetaMask notification. But before showing this, I will show you the backend code of the smart contracts which we have written to erase that MetaMask notification. These are the smart contracts. It is these are designed by using Solidity programming, and yeah, all the details of distributor, manufacturer, user roles. This is the main program of the Solidity language. Here you can see the batch number, medicine, dosage, owner ID, origin, manufacturer. All the details will be iterated here. Each attributes will be matched from here. Yeah, and smart contracts. When I click on, I have to deploy this. I'll run it quickly. Yeah, you can compile smart contract.sl. After compiling, yeah, this is a JavaScript the JavaScript file. Now, when I make it as a injected W3, you will get a pop-up. When I click on develop, you can see a pop-up is coming here. Now asking to do a transaction, something which is generated dynamically. This code is implemented here. Now when I click on deploy, you can see a notification here, but the same code is written for the submit button. When I click on submit, you can see a MetaMask notification is coming up. This is the whole backend code of the bridging between MetaMask and our local Ganache. Haven't gone you through the Ganache? Yeah, this is the local Ganache. It is a personalized blockchain application where we can do the Ethereum transactions from one website to another. It is like not, we cannot call it as a fake cryptocurrency, but this is used for development purposes. In real blockchain, this is how transactions do happen in real time. So we get to use it to see how transactions do happen in real time by means of this Ganache. Let me go through this. Like, yeah, you can see a lot of public addresses available, which we can use it in our local application for the purpose of development. You can use anything randomly. We'll choose this third one, which ends with E84. I'll just import the private key. I'll go back to my Chrome. I'll link the Ethereum wallet with my MetaMask. You can see the balance is 0. I'll import an account here. You can see as I imported, the wallet balance is updated. This address is linked now with this MetaMask wallet. Now I should connect this to our local host, which is GenMates application. I'm connecting this account with GenMates. It is now connected. You can see a green color connected here. So when I click on submit, the manufacturer click on submit, he'll get a notification asking to do payment. I'll just drag it here. Minimum of. Okay. When I entered 55,000, you can see 2.63 Ethereums. I'm sending it from here. When I click on confirm, let me cross check it whether the transaction did happen or not. Send. The transaction have sent 55,000 gas limit. Total 1.09 Ethereum have been sent from manufacturer account. Let me validate if the transaction received within my end or not. This is the transaction details, and you can see the gas limit 55,000 which the manufacturer have sent. I have received in my account. This is encrypted data of the transaction, which Ganache uses 256-bit SSL encryption. And when I move to blocks, if you want to be more accurate when the transaction is happened, you can see the details here. It is mined on 16/14, that means 4/14. You can check the time here. 25th June, 4:14 minutes. It have mined, and we have received the transaction. After we receiving the transaction, we can validate. Okay, we can verify the manufacturer, and we can upload his details. You may have get a doubt here why the manufacturer has to do a payment here. The payment should be done by the supplier or the customer. No, why manufacturer is doing the payment here? Here manufacturer is not doing the transaction for supplier or customer. He's doing the transaction. He's sending the Ethereum transaction to our, because he is using our resource called GenMates, which his data is publishes in our website, so his customers can trace back and prove he's trustworthy. So we are providing that resource to him to update his database in our application. So for that we are asking him to do a payment. That's how it works. And moving on, what after the customer or the supplier receives their medicines, how will they trace back? As I said it before, even they have the portals. You can see supplier login. I am directly logging in. Yeah, I guess I have logged in successfully. After the supplier login, even both the supplier and customer have the similar user interface. Both can trace back like their medicine which they have received in their hand to their original sources. It is a laptop, so I'm just simply opening the file. Do you remember that have stored a file, downloaded a file with all the list of 50 medicines? These are the list of 50 medicines which is available, which the manufacturer has updated. I simply choose any of them, open and click on submit. You can see all the medicine details have been displayed on the screen, like batch number, medicine name, dosage, supplier ID, manufacture date and expiry date, factory name, etc. So by doing this, even the supplier or both the customer can trace back the medicine to its roots and validate it is trustworthy, and they can move on further with the medicine. This is how our application do work. By this means, we can end the we can counterfeit we can end the fake medications. So this is how it works. And thank you. That's been for that. Thank you. Yeah, so concluding the project, blockchain technology has changed the traditional supply chain method to a new, robust, automated, secure, audible, and transparent way. So it ensures that the entire supply chain process is foolproof and prevents fake drugs from entering the system completely. The main goal and novelty of our proposed scheme and implemented a blockchain enabled system which has two modules, the drug supply chain and the drug recommendation system. The system has used blockchain applications, blockchain integrated tools like Solidity, Ganache, MetaMask in healthcare with excellent results. Several experiments were carried for testing the performances of our system by using some performance indicators such as throughput, transaction response time, and latency. The simulation results of our system shows that promising performance. The system helps the pharmaceutical companies to eliminate counterfeit medicines problems and significant increase in the business. So, as a potential assistance of the blockchain for researchers, it could provide verified and time-stamped versions of scientific studies. Just like the smart contracts allow patients to control their data, a documentation blockchain record would allow researchers to sustainable history of their findings. In the gained fields of pharmaceutical industry, blockchain is a must-have technology. Thank you. That's been the whole project.